As artificial intelligence becomes more prevalent in everyday life, the growth of misinformation comes with it. Just last week, Google had to fix its AI-generated search responses to remove incorrect answers. So joining me now is Alexios Matsazaris, the director of the Security, Trust, and Safety Initiative at Cornell University. Sir, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
When this came to be, didn't everybody think that there could be some problems with it?
Yeah, absolutely. And in some way, this is a normal part of technological progress. We have gone through waves of concern about new technologies and their capacity to alter our understanding of the world before, right? Think about Photoshop. But certainly now we are seeing over the past year, and the facts are starting to indicate that there's been a real boom and growth in the amount of misinformation that is AI generated.
So Google and Meta, I think, had the same kind of issues. And these were mild issues that they had, things like add cement to your pizza sauce or something like that. But this could cause real problems, couldn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Look, like when it comes to the results that we saw on Google Search, they were quickly removed. It was embarrassing for the company, but not necessarily harmful per se. But there are bad actors as well, right, who will be using generative AI tools to support their more nefarious initiatives and to spread dissent and misinformation.
It's embarrassing for the companies and businesses, but what about the consumers who use these things? We don't know the difference between right or wrong.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that there is a dire need for greater education in this space. And I think it may be particularly necessary for audio misinformation. AI-generated voice increasingly sounds like people you know.
And look like them, too. They do a lot of the way people look. And you say, is that the real actor trying to sell this, or is that not the real actor? Is that AI?
100%. There have been obviously lots of videos pushing, for instance, crypto scams on social networks. But I think voice notes in particular, people who interact a lot with audio, may be more vulnerable, because I think everyone is used to the fact that you can alter an image, if only to make your holiday picture look a bit more impressive on Instagram, right? But voice notes, I think people are not as used to, especially if they start becoming interactive. If the voice on the other side, who pretends to be someone that they aren't, starts having a conversation with you.
So who do you point the finger at if you get in trouble using AI, or who knows what could happen?
Well, I mean, as we saw in the case of in New Hampshire, right, there were fines and consequences for using generative AI to mimic President Biden's voice,
right,
and try to dissuade people from going to the polls. I think legislators are going to have to quickly catch up, especially to this impersonation risk. But certainly tech companies need to increase their safeguards to avoid the misuse of this technology.
Could it get a lot worse?
Certainly this phase where the consumer maybe isn't as familiar as the bad actor is the most dangerous phase. And so I think it's great for media, for universities, for tech companies themselves to increase awareness about what can and can't be possible. And for everyday users to just try these tools and be surprised themselves, so that they can be better prepared when and as something hits their own social networks, their own messaging apps.
Because it's everywhere. Alexios Matsazaris, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.